All right, what's popping, y'all? We back here today, and we gonna do this a tier list. This is the first time I ever done a tier list, in terms of like ranking it, putting it together. I just thought about doing this idea just because I don't see too many people or channels doing it as a specialty. So going forward with my channel, I might just be doing a lot of, tier lists, popular tier lists. Maybe you guys can make me some, and I'll fill it out. The first one I came across that was on the popular page was the struggle meals, and I thought this was funny as hell. So why not? You know what I mean? I didn't really grow up in the struggle, but I grew up in the area that like people, all my friends and stuff that have been in the struggle. I know about it, but I can definitely relate with these just because of being in the environment. You still get a little bit of exposure. All right, so this is not my tier list. Somebody else made this. I'm not sure who, but from what we see down below, the very first option here is these Pop Tarts, these knockoff Pop Tarts. Now, I will say this one is a I because not gonna lie, the ones you get at the Dollar Tree, I think they're called Pop'ems. They're not that bad. Honestly, sometimes they're even better than Pop Tarts. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, okay, some of them, like I don't know what brand this is, but that looks like shit. But the Pop'em brands, it's like most of the time they're all right. They're not like awesome or they're not like goated, but they could be better. Number two, we got bologna sandwich. It's mid as hell. Bologna sandwich. Like if you don't have any ketchup or mustard or some kind of condiment with it, it's mid. You put some condiment with it, maybe like I don't know, put some ketchup on there, then it's like all right, But I don't know if there's any condiments on the side. There probably is, but we gonna put it in mid for now. Bread with ice. I don't know what the fuck this is. I've never seen nobody do this. I've asked some of my friends who are in the ghettos, who are in the trenches, and they said they have never seen no motherfucker do this. So that's why we're going to put it all the way down there. If you are eating bread with ice, uh, I don't know if you are homeless. I think you are just stupid. So this should be in a tier by its own, but I'm gonna put it down here. Slice of bread, I mean, yeah, you struggling. That's all you eating. You're not eating a bologna sandwich. You're not putting like nothing on it. Just a slice of bread, and that's your meal. Like you struggling. You really, really struggling. Instant oatmeal, S tier. This shit is good as hell. It is not struggle meal whatsoever. It's cheap, but guess what? It is good. This is not struggle. Canned burger. I don't know what the fuck. I've never tried a canned burger, but if you have been trying canned burgers, you probably in the trenches. But honestly, because of the price of a canned burger, if you can afford to buy one of these, honestly, I don't even think you'd be in the trenches. Like, but if you're eating this, you have a different problem of poverty. You have a problem of taste. So yeah, you should not be eating these. Mashed potatoes. I assume these are instant mashed potatoes. They're mid. All right, they can be better, right? Because if you put some gravy on there, you can make anything better. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, instant mashed potatoes. If you don't cook them right, they will have that gritty texture. You gotta cook them just perfect, so they don't have the gritty texture. Sometimes they still got that gritty texture just because of what brand you got. So you just gotta go with that. Canned potatoes. I ain't never seen nobody buy canned potatoes. If you buy canned potatoes, you probably struggling. Like fresh ones, they might be more expensive. I mean, honestly, I never bought canned potatoes, so I don't know. Um, so the canned potato is probably cheaper, but I don't know. I never tried it. Ritz with cheese. This is S tier. I don't know why this is a struggle meal. This is not a struggle meal. This is a S tier snack. Now I might be getting it confused with the labeling here, because some of it's saying like, are you ranking this as in terms of like taste and flavor, or are you ranking it in terms of like, are you struggling, right? Because if you're eating this as a meal, you are homeless. But if you are eating this in terms of taste, yeah, this is S tier for sure. Chicken, breaded chicken patties. This is S tier for me. Honestly, I don't care what kind of formed meat, concoction, slurry. I love it. All right. Even the Dollar Tree $1 steak, $1.25 ribeye that it is, it's like 30% water. I will eat the shit out of it. I love protein. I love meat. And even if it's like the beak of the chicken, like chicken booty hole, it is all mixed up in there, I will still eat it. Still tastes like chicken to me. It is delicious. Right? Some of them might be trash. Like they have these boneless ribs that you see at McDonald's, like the boneless rib sandwich, the McRib or whatever. But you see the knockoff ones that you buy at Walmart, you can buy at the Dollar Tree. I still eat it. It's protein. It tastes good to me, right? It's absolutely fucking terrible to most people, but it's still good to me. You know, what is this? A chip sandwich. All right, this is an all right meal. I did do this before one time in school when I was thinking about bringing my own lunch. I usually eat school lunch, um, but one time I begged my parents to let me bring, make my own lunch, and they're like, "Yeah, you got to make it by yourself." So I didn't know. I was like, I don't know, 10 years old. This was back in fifth grade, and I was like, all right, let me put some chips in the middle of two pieces of bread, and honestly, it's not bad at all. You'll be surprised. Like it's like you're eating starch on top of starch, right? And there's like no flavor. I mean, there is flavor, but like of the chip. But because of the textural element, I'm not even joking. Because of the textural element, it elevates it to a whole new level. It is amazing. Cough drops, and apparently in other countries, these are seen as candy rather than actually like medicine. Um, Cough drops are S tier in terms of like just sucking on them. Pause, like especially the brand Ludens cough drops, they just straight up taste like candy. They do nothing. They don't even have that like menthol type of feeling in your throat. They don't have that cool ice feeling in your throat. Um, unless maybe you buy the menthol flavored ones, but I don't know if they have it. Usually, I just buy the watermelon flavored ones because they taste good as hell, and it just tastes like straight up candy, like for real. But any other cough drop, I do like the menthols. A lot of people say, man, they hate the menthols, they hate the mint and all that flavor. I love it. I don't care. I try some of the most like extreme menthol ones, and they taste like absolute trash, but I still love it because of that cooling sensation. Um, but yeah, cough drops are S tier for what they do. And in terms of candy, most people probably put them in like here or something like that, but I think they're S tier. Cream betweens S tier. Oh, S tier right here, S tier. These are pretty good. There's nothing really nothing to complain about. You put a dunk them in some milk and you good to go. Sure they're not Oreos, and sometimes the cream in the middle is like all jacked up, and they give you like a little splotch of it. They don't give you the whole thing, but I mean you're still eating like you eating like an Oreo cookie. It's still good as hell. Um, I assume these are just sausages, right? So you just boiling a hot sausage. Uh, it's better than Vienna sausage. I'll give it that, right? So just boiling some sausage and whatever that yellow thing is, I assume it's like a piece of corn, or you boiling the bread as well or something. I don't know what's going on with that yellow thing in the middle. I don't know whose picture that is, but just sausages. Oh, that's ramen. I can see it now. That's the ramen noodle right there. That's the sausage. Okay, this is a S tier. Never mind. Uh, yo, ramen noodles with sausages. I mean, look, you are struggling. Like you are struggling. You right there. But the meal itself is S tier. This shit is good as hell. I would eat this for school. I'm not even gonna lie. I just buy one of those like cup ramens, and then like I had some Vienna sausages, and I kind of did it. Okay, it's not the same, but like it was still good. And these are full on sausages, so they're better than Vienna sausages, which got that little weird taste, but whatever. Cereal with water. You are homeless. Get out of here. Don't ever do that. I mean, look, okay, it's not that bad. But cereal with water, uh, here's the thing. Don't knock it until you try it. It's not the worst thing ever. I'm putting it down here because, immediately off the bat it's like it's the worst thing ever. But like I can see a situation where you run out of milk. It's like why not? Most people will condemn it to hell, but you also got to think about the fact that milk is like what 97% water anyways. So like, is there really a difference? Yes, there is a difference, but you know what I mean? Like, come on, like I'll put it at the bottom of this list of beyond struggle. But I wouldn't put it down there with bread with ice. That is horrendous. Bread with ice is horrendous. Dr. Perky, S tier. I don't care what off-brand soda they have of any kind of Dr. Pepper or root beer. I love it. It is amazing. Absolutely S tier. Oh, okay. If I were to move these around, cough drops will be at the bottom of here. This won't be over here. Again, anything with protein and meat in it will always be in the top. So just because the sausages are there, I'm gonna move it to the top. Instant oatmeal, yeah, it's a little bit better than this one. Dr. Pepper, just because it's sweet, I'll put it up there. So yeah, that's a bit more organized. That can stay where it's at. These are okay. Canned burger, you know what? I think that's still better than a slice of bread. Cereal with waters, yeah, it's at the bottom of the list. All right, we good. Kool-Aid, but apparently you have knockoff Kool-Aid with this picture. Kool-Aid, knockoff Kool-Aid, still. They're good. They're at the top of the A tier, whatever this A tier is. Um, I never had this specific brand, and I don't know if the creator of the tier list wanted me to like, wanted people to like understand specifically this brand. I don't know if it's good or bad, but even like a Kool Aid packet is like what 10 cents. You know what I mean? So, you put some Kool Aid, you put some sugar, and then you add all that stuff in there. But this good as hell. Toothpaste glizzy. Okay, this is just outrageous, right? Toothpaste glizzy. You're not supposed to eat toothpaste like that. One time I did eat lip gloss because my dumbass cousin, I was like, yo, is it okay to like eat this? But they thought I meant like if it's okay to like, it's like when you lick your lips, right? Like you technically bringing a little bit of it down with you to your stomach, right? Like if you put on lip gloss, like whenever you lick your lips, like you're tasting a little bit of it, and it kind of goes down with you, right? So I asked her like, is it safe to like eat? But she was thinking about like, is it safe to like kind of like taste it? And she was like, yeah. And my dumb ass ate like a whole bottle of lip gloss, not a bottle, but like it was a little tiny thing of like Carmex, you know what I mean? But it wasn't Carmex; it was a different brand, and I just kept eating like the liquid that came out, and I mean I was fine. I didn't like eat it all at once. I like had a little bit on my tongue like every day. That was the weirdest thing ever. But anyways, yeah, you're not supposed to eat this. Bread with ice, infinitely better than toothpaste glizzy. Don't even try it. Crispy hexagons. I assume these are Cheez-Its or Ritz crackers or whatever knockoff they are. I never personally cared about Ritz crackers or Cheez-Its to begin with. But they would still be better. I mean, maybe they're mid meals, right? They're around this tier for me, personally, just because I don't have that much of a interest in these. Like, yeah, Ritz with cheese, of course, yeah, but like just on its own, it's like, why? I need something to go along with it. Maybe that's just because I'm not, from the hood, and I'm not from the struggle, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I got more choices. Custom ice is S tier. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but if you're talking about fun ice shapes, and like what one time what my parents used to do is they would mix apple juice or like orange juice and mix it like 50% with milk, and then just put a toothpick in there, like inside the ice container, and freeze it. And the next day, you just suck on that thing, and it is amazing. If that's what it means, then it is at the very top of S tier. That shit is delicious. Mayonnaise. Yeah, mayonnaise is really good. It's not like a meal, but like yeah, mayonnaise is just good in general. So I don't know why this is here. Maybe it's just about this knockoff one. I don't know. Canned tuna. Canned tuna is around here. It's mid. Um, I don't hate tuna at all whatsoever. I would gladly eat a tuna mayo sandwich or just a tuna sandwich, however you make it, tuna salad sandwich. Um, I have nothing against tuna, so I mean it's just middle tier for me. Peanut butter, again, middle tier for me. Peanut butter for most people is probably S tier because of the protein, because of how it tastes and everything. For me, it's just too sticky. If you eat it, peanut butter on its own is just way too sticky. Um, but guess what is S tier? If they had cookie butter, that is S tier. All right. I'm not talking about Nutella. I'm talking about cookie butter. It tastes like gingerbread crackers. That is S tier, especially if it's like super crunchy. You get it at like Trader Joe's for like $3. Yeah, Trader Joe's is a little bit expensive, but like, come on, you buying a jar of like fucking cookie butter is still $3. It's not like $20 you're going there to buy it for, even though the store itself might be a little bit like higher end. Like it's not the Dollar Tree, you know what I mean? But still, pizza pockets. I never personally care for hot pockets and things like that, but in a situation of in terms of a meal, yeah, these are all right. I would put it like probably above the sandwich with chips. Like I would eat this before I would eat this. A raw brick of ramen. I never tried a raw brick of ramen. I tried pieces of ramen, like when you break it up, you season it. Is honestly a mid meal at the very top of mid meal for me, just because I still like it cooked. Like when you eat it raw, the first 10 times it tastes amazing, and then after that I got so tired of it, it was just like, why am I doing this? So yeah, that's why. Ramen sandwich, I'm gonna just put this at homeless, but at the very top of homeless. Like, to me, I would rather eat cereal with water over a ramen sandwich. I don't know why you would do this. Maybe like some people think I should be switching these two around, honestly, or like putting it at the top of like here. But no, I'm gonna put it at homeless just because that's my own thing. Hot sauce packets. Oh my god, if these are the Taco Bell hot sauce salsitas, yeah, it's gonna be an S tier right here above the cough drops. Or even just like regular hot sauce packets, you're just like sucking on them, right? Um, I had some friends back in like middle school or something like that. I remember we used to get like hot sauce packets, and people would like one of my friends I was sitting at the lunch table with, they would just like suck on a hot sauce packet. It's just, I mean, it's good. It's really good. Sunflower seeds S tier. I would put it right below like these two actual like meats. Um, maybe around the same as the Dr Pepper. But yeah, sunflower seeds S tier for sure. Without even thinking about it. Sleeping through the pain. You ever been so hungry you had sleep for dinner? Yeah, you homeless. You know what I mean? Like legitimately, if you have to sleep like and skip 2 meals, 3 meals, like yo, like I feel you. Like guess what? You in the trenches, like for real. Like your next meal might be in like 2 days from now. You know what I mean? Like your mom's not home, or yeah, yeah. You got some shit going on. You know what I mean? Maybe you should that's when like you go to school and like you eat breakfast and it's not enough, and then you talk to the school teacher and you say, "Yo, teacher, let me go to the nurse." And I'm just really hungry, I'm starving, and then the nurse gives you like extra food, and then it holds you over, and then like right before you leave for the end of the day, you ask like one of the lunch ladies, you try to get on their good side so they know you. So then you like, yo, I'm struggling at home, can you like just bring me a bag lunch for free, keep it on the down low. Like I've seen some people do this. I've seen them do that. I've seen them go to the nurse, and then everyone else in the class or the teacher sometimes will wonder why, but like I understood where they were coming from. I knew what they were. I knew what was going on. So I was like, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Spaghetti rings. These are mid. At the very bottom of mid. They're okay. Heated up. Cold is if it was cold, I would put it probably like with cereal with water. Personally, I like my food heated up, so yeah. But spaghetti rings are mid, super mid. Stick of butter. I don't know where I'm supposed to put this. Butter is like S tier, but like if you're just eating butter on its own, you got some problems. So I'm gonna put this in mid just because, it's between S tier and basically homeless. Like if you're just eating a stick of butter. Considering how expensive butter is too, you're probably not homeless, but like come on. Maybe you can find some cheap butter. Personally, all the butter I found is super expensive. Maybe because I live in New York City right now. Struggle pizza? Oh my god, this is amazing. Struggle pizza is gonna go above sunflower seeds. I don't care how you make your pizza, and it's a struggle or whatever. It is delicious, right? Especially the one I see in the picture right now. You get two pieces of bread, you put some cheese and a pepperoni on top. Actually, I could make that right now. I got some bread in the freezer. See, this is what you do when you don't have that much money or you living by yourself, right? And you have a whole loaf of bread and like it's about to expire. So like what you do is just throw it in the freezer and it's fine. And when you want to like eat two slices of bread, you take it out, put it in the microwave. You know what I mean? With a cup of water, so it kind of like rehydrates it a little bit. You don't really need to do that, but I'm just saying you could, or you throw it in a toaster, but then it kind of fucks up the toaster, so don't do that. Tap water, tap water. I would never drink tap water in New York City. That is a basically homeless, right? Even though tap water, I believe, is still free in New York City. It was back in 2019. I don't know if it still is now. I don't pay for it because I live in somebody else's place. I'm paying them for everything. They don't tell me if it's like something they pay for. So I just assume it's still free. Obviously, it's not in California with that drought situation they had back in 2015. I don't know if it's still gotten any better or not. But if you're just drinking water straight from the tap, I mean, honestly, it's mid. I'm not even gonna lie. But from New York City is why I put it all the way down here. But yeah, just water from the tap. I mean, it's all right. Um, yeah, depending on the city you're at. Back in Tokyo, I used to drink just tap water, so it was fine. Especially because I had one of those water bottles that had like the filter like in it, and you just switch it out every like week or something like that. Like you clean it every week. Tic Tac, but these are what called ice or tick tick or whatever. I can't even see what that says. Tic Tacs are pretty good. They're above cough drops because I would actually see these as candy, and especially they have like all these like more different flavors. You know what I mean? Most cough drops don't have that wide of a variety of flavor, except for maybe like Ludens, like I was mentioning, the brand Ludens. But yeah, they're around. I guess there'd be S tier, but I mean, look, maybe I should move these down to like struggle. I know what I said about earlier being cough drops being S tier, but like in terms of like actually eating them now, like as candy, like they're pretty much down here. You know what I mean? Tic Tac will be actually above it. It'll be right here. All right. What is this? Just electrolyte water, or is it like one of those like electrolyte solutions? Like what is this? Just bottled water? Bottled water is S tier. I would never go without ever bottled water in my room. Now listen, now I got a kettle, right? So I will boil water every now and then, and if I forget, then I don't have any water left. I would get a bottle of water. That would be my saving grace when I'm thirsty at night, right? Um, but now that I do have a kettle, I just buy myself like a cup and I would just pour water in there. I don't ever need bottled water again. But if we're talking about electrolyte solution, but which this clearly doesn't seem like it is, then it would be like pretty much S tier. But this will definitely be above tap water. Like, come on, like it's right next to the Kool-Aid. You mix this shit together. Like, imagine like this is your meal lineup right here. You see, like this is all right. Like you got water, you got the Kool-Aid mix, you got a Pop Tart for dessert. Like these are your two options. You put some mayonnaise on this bitch, and like that's good. Like, see, this is legit an I meal. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And look at this. This is S tier, right? If you made the ice cream ice block that I was telling you about, the ice cream juice, the juice and milk mixed together ice block, that shit's actually pretty tasty. I'm not even gonna lie. And you add a little bit of honey in there. You put a little bit of honey in there. You stir it around. Is S tier. Um, and like you put this chicken patty, maybe you cut it up in little pieces, and you put it on top of the struggle pizza. Like this is already S tier meal. You got some sunflower seeds, you got some soda, and the morning breakfast you got you got oatmeal. Like some people don't like oatmeal just because they don't like being healthy, but like oatmeal, like just put a shit ton of sugar in there. It don't gotta be healthy. You still get the fiber. I mean, you get a lot of sugar with it too, but like it kind of cancels out. But still, you're eating something that tastes good when you just add sugar to it. So why not? Something sugar can't save. Something salt and sugar just cannot save. Right. For example, the fucking bread with ice. Like, no matter how much sugar you put on that, it's bread with ice. Like, what do you want me to do? Like toothpaste? No. But like these right here, like, yo, put some hot sauce like on the pizza. Put some hot sauce in that ramen. It's gonna be good as hell. Beans and glizzy. Beans and glizzy is all right. This is an all right meal. I like it hot though. So I don't like it cold straight from the can. Heat it up a little bit, and it's actually not that bad. And beans got a little bit of protein, and beans also got they're legumes, so they got that fiber. You need that fiber. And bread with sugar is actually not that bad. It's mid. Bread with sugar, you'd be surprised. Bread with sugar is kind of interesting. Um, and you know what's even better? What my mom used to make is she would take a slice of bread, right? She put it in a toaster, toast it up a little bit, so you got a piece of toast, right? And you put a little scoop of ice cream on top, and I'm telling you, that shit is delicious as fuck. That shit is S tier right here. Yo, just like some toast, slightly brown, not all the way brown, and you put a little bit of ice cream on top. Like if you're struggling, you buy a gallon of ice cream because it's cheaper when you buy more, right? When you buy in bulk, it's more expensive up front, but it's cheaper in the long run, right? You just put a little bit on there, right? Or you can just take some ice cream on a butter knife and you spread it like butter and you eat it, bro. That shit is delicious. So I mean, bread with sugar is pretty much the same thing. You're getting the sugar content, but you're not getting that cold, icy feeling. You're not getting that sort of like gastronomy, god, whatever it's called, gastronomy. I don't know. Whatever that culinary term is called, when you like mix different temperatures and textures and all that bull crap. But anyways, yeah. So bread with sugar is mid. It's not bad. But bread with ice cream is S tier for sure. So yeah, that's my tier list, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.